then earlier on today, South City and UniSA played one for the ages, 45-41 the score in that one. Hopefully we get another good game in this one as well. Port Adelaide undefeated to start this season against Southern District, who continuously put up good efforts week after week. They're still looking for their first win though. So let's see how this one plays out. Everybody's ready to go. We're underway and Tedmonson sends this one down. Moller now on the return team. He's going to be very dangerous at full speed to bring down. And fights his way forward just before the 40-yard line. And so Port Adelaide will be the first team we see on offense today. And we've seen that Port Adelaide this year really are going to be a force to be reckoned with offensively. So difficult to stop that rushing game. Seemingly gets better every single year. Damien Voller having an MVP sort of season. So first down and 10 now, first play, Van Pamelen on the option. Going to quickly flick this one to the outside. And he's going to fight his way forward. Good game there for the first play of the match. So the reception by Sam Keneally goes for 9 yards. Second and short. Going to hand this one off. Voller ends up stumbling his way forward. Wasn't pretty, but he'll get the job done. Should be enough for the first down. And this is what we've seen all year from the Spartans when they get into short down situations. They are so effective at running the ball. It's almost a bygone conclusion that they're able to keep the chains moving. That's what makes this offense so dangerous. Two receivers either side. Van Pamelen drops back, sends a looping ball, almost intercepted. Cornerback had a couple of stabs at that one. In the end, just couldn't quite pull it in. Joel O'Connor, almost but not quite. This now brings up second down and 10, and that's the one thing the Oilers are going to have to do to try to slow this offense down, is to make sure they can stop this rushing offense as much as possible. The Spartans still working on their passing attack. They're going to hand it off on second down. And Voller just continues to bounce off people. And that should be enough for the first. And it is. He's had an outstanding season on both sides of the ball. And looks like he's going to continue that on today. So just like that now, the Spartans move to the 30-yard line of the Oilers. Good test of the early resolve of this Oilers defence. Been steadily improving as the season's gone on and put in some admirable performances. This will be the toughest test for them though. Van Pamelen finds his man on the outside in Bennett. Bouncing his way towards the sideline. And that should be enough for the first down as well. So now a red zone possession for Port Adelaide. Once again going with two receivers either side. Van Pamelen, play action, sends this one deep. Bennett's the target, he almost caught it. Tracks that ball better than the cornerback. And had a shot at it, but just couldn't quite pull it in. And that one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Spartans using up all of the play clock. Quickly getting up to the line, 2nd and 10. Hand off to Boller. Good gaps forming, just barging his way through. And tumbles his way forward, almost for enough for the first down. Looks like he might just be short of it. And is by a few yards. Let's see what the Oilers defence has in them. Early on being pushed back. Third down. Van Pamelin drops back. Got enough of a pocket to work with. Got a man wide open in Morrison, and that is the first touchdown of the contest. And you can see that the Spartans already in this match got to focus, trying to keep working on that passing game. And it's worked to good effect early on. Now Liam Bennett to attempt the extra point. Good low kick. It looks pretty good from here, and it is. So 7 points on the board early on for the Spartans. As good an opening drive as you'll see. Now it's the Oilers' turn to respond. And we're back underway once more. Kick back to Muntz, and he's going to return. He's a very dangerous player. We've seen him return a few touchdowns over the years for the Oilers, and still finding his way forwards, along with both of the team's rosters. And so now Southern District to take the field for the first time on offense. They're continuously working through the running backs that they have, and they've steadily improving throughout the year. Coming to arguably their toughest test today, though, against the Port Adelaide Spartans. This defence has been very consistent throughout the season. They kept some of the league's best offences in the Chiefs and Adelaide Uni to around 2 touchdowns a game. See what the Oilers can do against them. Split backs, 2 receivers off to the left-hand side, 1st and 10. Man in motion, it's Glassman. Going to hand this one off. Gridiron now looking to get to the outside, but the Spartans have the edge sealed well. And Port Adelaide, good job there on 1st down, and that'll be a big loss. Now 2nd and long. Trips off to the right-hand side. Tedmanson fakes the hand-off, chooses to take it himself. Had some space initially, but the Spartans are quick to meet him after that. Enough to get it back to 3rd and 10. Third down, trips on the left-hand side this time. Tedmanson drops back, and now forced to scramble through the pocket and take it down well. 4th down, and so the Oilers going to go 3 and out. Spartans defence already on top of this one. Last second adjustments for the Oilers before they send this one on its way. And Tenderson's going to send this one towards the sidelines. Not going to be returnable. And so Port Adelaide now to take the field again on offense. Very convincing opening drive. Let's see what they can do this time round. Now first down, Ben Pamela quickly gets it to Keneally. Not much to be gained from that one, a yard or two. Once again going to receivers either side, then Pamela drops back, gets outside the pocket, still looking downfield, tries to float it into Keneally. Now was that taken by Bennett coming in behind? Incomplete. And a flag throw.
Personal foul. Number 4, unsportsmanlike conduct. Dissent, number 4, against the Spartans. 15 yards, replay it out.
And so that certainly won't help the offense, that's for sure. And they're heading back a long way. So it's going to give the Oilers a good chance to make a defensive stop here. 3rd down and very long. Oilers stacking the box. Van Pamelen didn't quite have a clean handle on the snap. The Spartans just forced a dive on that one. They're going to be punting this one away, so the Oilers will get a good defensive stop. Now Webb to pump this one away from his own end zone. Going to send a helicopter looking kick to around the 40-yard line. And so Southern District now will start on offense inside the Spartans half. So from the 43, 1st and 10. Trips off to the left. Timmins is going to hand this one off. Smith with the carry, trying to pierce his way through. Good gain on 1st down. Gain of 5. So now second down, and once again going to hand it off. Smith forced to take a cut. And the Spartans were there to meet him. Gain of a couple. So now on third and short. See what the Oilers choose to pull from the playbook here. Two receivers either side, third and short. They're going to let this one play out. Tedmanson threw it out toward Gridiron. Batted down by Jackman Evans, but it looks as if this will be a penalty on the defence.
Offside against the defence. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down by yardage.
And so that's going to give the Oilers a fresh set of downs. And so forward they move here. And a good opportunity for the Oilers to put together a little drive of their own and get some momentum. Or better still, even tie the scores. Got the chance here. Once again, two receivers either side. This time Gridiron in motion. Going to hand this one off. Smith piercing his way through. Got a big gap. That's enough for the first down. Almost enough for the touchdown. A good tackle. And the Oilers now on the goal line set. And the offensive line did their job there. First and goal. Oilers with a great chance to tie this one. Tedmanson drops back, sends a looping pass in, double coverage there. Well done in the end there from DeFrancesca to bat that one away. Second down to come. Now second down. Trips off to the left. Got to hand this one off the middle. Reece Smith gets another big gap to work with. A good gain on second down. They're going to be all but a few yards away, the Oilers. They've had trouble this season putting points on the board. So a valuable possession here for them. Going to take the opportunities as they get them. And they've done well on this drive. Started at midfield and are now only a few yards away. A good test for the Spartans defence as well. Two receivers either side, third and goal. Guevara again in motion. Hands this one off. Smith's working his way through. That's a touchdown, it looks like from here, and it is. And the Oilers reply. And so Smith has rushed well on this drive and deserved the touchdown and got it. And it is now 7-6 here. Now we usually see the Oilers go for two. So let's see if they can take the lead. Trips off to the right. For the two-point conversion, Tedmanson looking to get the quick pass on the screen. Hayes has it. Has he got in? He has. And in the first quarter, Southern District applies well. They hit the front. It's 8-7. And Edmondson gets us underway once more with a difficult squib kick. Waller takes it nicely. Now he looks to bounce to the outside, still going. Got a lot of Spartans with him. And eventually taken out into Oiler territory past midfield. And that also will signify the end of the first quarter. So now we begin the second. Oilers stacking the box. First and 10. Then Pumlin hands this one off, and Boland bouncing to the outside. Got a lot of room to work with. And barging his way through. And still fighting forward. And easily a first down and change. Fresh set of downs of Van Pumlin. Drops back. He's looking to the end zone. And Liam Bennett. The pass was on target. Just couldn't quite hold on to it. There was good coverage. Well, the hands all over the place. Just could not quite drag that one in. That would have been the Spartans' reply. That one falls incomplete. And now second down, and Voller bounces to the outside. Always dangerous, and he is going to waltz into the end zone. And the Spartans, as their second, should retake the lead. And a flag thrown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. uncontested in the end zone with taunting. That's a 15-yard penalty assessed on the point after conversion.
And so now second down, and Bowler gets taken down the legs as well, and it looks as if there is another flag down. This one getting a little scrappy.
Unnecessary roughness, number 53. That's assessed as half distance. First down.
And so that penalty down on payday. It's going to set the Spartans up well here. So there's plenty of feeling in this one early on in the second quarter. And our first down going to hand this one off to Bowler. Stiff arms his way out of one, still fighting his way forward. Another flag thrown. He'll fall just short.
Holding against the offense, number 33. That's a 10-yard penalty for the shoulder foul.
And so we continue to catapult back and forth between starting positions. This time it's the Spartans going backwards for a hold. So still first and goal, but they've got a long way to go. Then Pamela drops back, good clean pocket, sends this one deep. Morrison's out the back. He has his second. And touchdown to the Spartans. And this time round, that touchdown's going to count. And so managed to just get out the back of the defensive back. And now the Spartans retake the lead. 13-8, the score here awaiting the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick looks pretty good from here, and it is. So the Spartans reply and retake the lead. It's 14-8 here in the second. And we're back underway once more, and Bennett's kick dangerously close to the sidelines. That only just sneaks into the end zone before it goes out. Fortunately for the Spartans, that's a touchback. And so the Oilers to start on the 20. Put a score up their last offensive possession. Let's see if they can do it again. Two receivers either side. First down and 10, going to hand this one off. He fakes it, and Tedmondson throws it out towards Caleb Hayes, and that is a flag thrown as well. Multiple flags thrown.
Pass interference on the offense, number 81. 15 yards, replay the down.
And a big loss for the Oilers this time round. Offensive pass interference on Caleb Hayes. And so now the Oilers are pinned right back. Got to be careful here. Two receivers either side. Going to hand this one off of the middle. And Smith is wrapped up. Now trips off to the right-hand side. Second and very long. Tedmondson fakes a handoff. Jackman Evans is on him, but he can't hold on. And now Tedmondson's off to the races. And taken down by Hassel. Good gain on second down. Still a third and long to come here. Time trips off to the left. Third and long, and Tedmondson takes a deep drop. Gives himself time. Still looking downfield under a lot of pressure. Just sends a Hail Mary in. Hassel read it best. And he's got the interception, and now he's coming on the way home. And Tedmanson was in a world of trouble there, was looking for receivers to come into his eyesight. And the Spartans force the interception. And now are in good field position again to potentially add their third. Two receivers either side. First down and 10. Then Pamlin quickly trying to check that one down to Morrison. And that one falls incomplete. Now second down and they hand off to Bowler. Got into a heck of a fight there with Odbade, just refused to be shrugged off. And the rest of the Oilers caught up with him. And a decent sized loss there. On second down, it's now third and long for the Spartans. Another good chance for the Oilers to make a defensive stop. And hand it off to third down on Bowler. Bounces his way to the outside. Lunges his way forward. Is he going to have enough for the first down? It looks like from here he will. Let's find out. Just short. And so now, we know the Spartans have the capabilities to go for a field goal if they wish to. However, like we said earlier on, in short yardage situations, you'd usually back the Spartans in to convert. Two receivers either side. Fourth down. Van Pamelen trying to sneak his way through, and he succeeds. And the Spartans keep the drive alive. Now first down and 10. Bowler stumbling his way forward on that occasion. Not too many to be gained from that. Important defensive stop here for the Oilers to make. Still only trailing by one score. Really want to keep the Spartans in arm's reach, like they have to pretty much every team this season. Once they get out to a big gap, no one's been able to close them. Then Pamelen, second down, lobs this one in. Well wide of his target. Probably for the best as well. Double coverage for his intended receiver. That one falls incomplete. And now third down to come. Morrison in motion for third down. Once again, they're going to hand it off to Bowler. And he gets tripped up and stopped short. And the Oilers have stood firm. They've now got one more down to hold on.
Timeout for the Spartans. That's their first timeout.
And so the time check, 3.5 minutes remaining here in this second quarter. So this would be a very important defensive stop for the Oilers to make. If they can keep to the Spartans to 14 points in the first half, I'll certainly be pleased with that effort. Fourth down. Two receivers either side. Big play in this one. Van Pamelen on play action. Forced to circle around. Still looking downfield. Going to get hit as he throws. Has a man open in the end zone. Tremendous play from Van Pamelen. And that's touchdown number 3 for Chris Morrison. Having a field day today. And the Spartans, with the last roll of the dice for that drive, had their third touchdown. And it's now 20-8, awaiting the extra point here. Then it's 2 for 2 so far today. One of the best extra point kickers in the league. Snap is good, and just as I say that, he kicks it into the line. The Oilers dive on it, and Muntz was keen to try to return it, but Morrison had other ideas. So that's unsuccessful. The Spartans lead still 20-8 over the Oilers. And a low hard kickoff once again, going out just into the end zone. And so Bennett's got lucky a few times now. That'll be a touchback. It's now just over 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter for the Oilers to try to put together another scoring drive and keep themselves in striking distance of this one. Man in motion. He comes across. Two receivers either side. First and 10, and Tennyson's going to hand this one off. And the ball comes loose. Now was he ruled down by contact? that is a fumble. Reece Smith took a hard shot over the middle. And it was Deans, the ball came out before he was down. And so the Spartans defense giving their offense a great opportunity once again. Now Port Adelaide gets another opportunity late in this half to add a score. Going to hand this one off to Bowler, and he's man immediately. No chance of him getting any yards there. There is a flag now.
Offside against the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
That's the good play offensively will be negated.
Please, just turn Gordon down a bit, will you?
To the Oilers. That's their first time out for the half. 2-4-4.
So now first down for the Spartans. Van Pamelen, quick drop. Forced to bounce outside the pocket, under pressure, throws on the run. Good sharp pass there. And that one falls incomplete. Morrison unable to get a foot in bounds.
We have illegal participation on the line of scrimmage, and number 10 in an ineligible position. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
Can't explain it any better than that. And so both of these teams seem to be training penalties at this point. Certainly no love lost between these two teams. It always tends to get a little bit scrappier. Van Pamelen fakes the handoff, goes himself and then tries to pass on the run. And out of the reach of Keneally, and that falls incomplete. To receivers either side now. 2nd and 10, and the Oilers stuck in the box, trying to bring some pressure. Big gap opens up for Damien Voller, and he's eventually upended. It was good work from the offensive line for all the pressure that was there for the Oilers.
Timeout for the Spartans. That's their second timeout. 2-1-3 remains on the clock.
So now following the timeout, Spartans have a fresh set of downs. Threatening once again to add another score. Voller has a gap opened up for him, tries to hurdle Hui. Almost in for the touchdown, and we've seen Damien Voller try that a few times this season. Certainly can't fault him for his ambition. Spartans quickly getting to the line. Going to hand this one off. Voller bounces off a defender looking to try to get to the pylon. And they come after him in a great tackle. The ball comes loose. Van Pamelin's eventually brought down. And so that could have gone a lot worse for the Spartans as well.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remain in the half.
And so there's the official 2-minute warning. So receivers either side now. 2nd and goal, Van Pamelin drops back, forced to pass on the back foot. Another flag thrown, found Voller. Can he barge his way over for the touchdown? Everybody starts jumping in there. It's going to be very tough to tell. It looks as if there's an Oiler down. So Anderson being helped off. Hopefully he's okay. An integral part of this Oilers team. Experienced veteran. So hopefully he's okay.
Holding number 56 of the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
And so once again the Spartans are going to lose a big play from a penalty. It's now 2nd down and very long. Van Pamelin rolls out. He's going to take it himself, got a little bit of room, and then laterals it back to Morrison. Not sure if that was the most productive thing to do in that situation. But no harm done, I suppose. And flag thrown. So now 3rd and goal from the 19. Late here on in the second quarter. Going to hand this one off to Voller. Lots of room to work with. Bounces to the outside. Can he get to the pylon? He can. And another touchdown for the Spartans. Voller adds his first of the afternoon. And the Spartans finally take advantage of the position they're in. And they add another one. 26-8 now the score. But Bennett once again to attempt the extra point. Looks pretty good. And it is. 27-8 the score now late on in the second quarter. Back underway yet again. And none of the Oilers are even going to blink at that one. Hard kick out the back of the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and so the Oilers now limited time here in this second quarter to try and build a drive of their own. So just over a minute remaining in this second quarter. And so the Oilers now have a choice if they choose to be conservative, run the clock out, or if they look to try to go deep and add a score just before the end of the half. And Edmondson drops back with the quick option to Hayes and through the hands. And that one falls incomplete. We'll stop the clock. Now trips off the left-hand side. 2nd and 10, Tennyson fakes the handoff, quickly gets it in the hands of Glassman. And the Spartans wrap him up very quickly. Pass is complete inbounds. A little slow to get up from that one. And so now 3rd down to come here. Now trips off to the right-hand side. 3rd down and 10. Tedmanson jogs back under a lot of pressure, so now he's forced to just run for it. Andy Stevens in pursuit. Not going to catch him, but Tedmanson eventually gets out of bounds. Vigera corrals him out, and there will be a flag thrown.
Personal foul. Late hit. 82 on the defense. That's 15 yards. First down.
And so Brad Vigera got there too late, it was deemed. And so that's certainly going to help out the Oilers for this drive at least. Not much time remaining here, but it puts them closer to being in range if they had a big play. It looks like time is running down, and after this could be it for the half. Snaps off target, and Tedmanson's now forced to improvise, tries to run at the middle, and the Spartans swallow him up. And that'll also be the end of the first half. And so the Spartans late in that half were able to build a comfortable lead. And going into half time, they lead 27-8. And so we welcome you back here to the second half of game 2 of our round 7 doubleheader. Port Adelaide in control, and they'll kick us off here. Bennett with a somewhat of a split kick. And the Spartans are going to recover it. We saw that happen in the first game as well. It's a very unusual occurrence to watch, considering all the Oilers were looking and just waiting for Spartans to block. It just chipped over the back of the line. And the Spartans will recover it. So a terrific start for them. And so I wonder the Oilers starting us off here in the third quarter. It will be the Spartans, and offensively looked very convincing. Now brought in their backup QB and David Webb. Going to quickly get that one out of his hands. Morrison wasn't looking. And that one will fall incomplete. Usually a team that will spend most of its time rushing. However, 3 passing touchdowns from Van Pamelen to Morrison in the first half. Certainly bucked that trend. So the Spartans continuing to show versatility on offense. And they're in the driver's seat in this one. Going to hand it off to Voller. Had a good day so far. That's enough for the first down and change. So once again, 2 receivers other side. Fresh set of downs now for the Spartans. Webb drops back under pressure from Tedmanson. And he was hit as he threw, and that, as a result, fell short of his receiver. And that one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. And quickly rushing up to the line as well. They're taking their time with the play calling. Webb stands in the pocket, sends one towards Morrison. And fell short of the distance. Oilers were converging as well, and that one falls incomplete. This now brings up third down. They're going to hand it off on third down. Voller looking to try and barge his way forward, and he's held up this time round. And the Oilers making an important stop here. And Spartans still well and truly in field position to go for it on fourth down here. Defensively would be a real boost for the Oilers to get off the field. Fourth down. Last chance for the Spartans to keep this drive going. Going to hand this off to Voller. That should be enough for the first down. Fights his way forward. And they'll move the chains yet again. And once again on fourth down are able to convert. Just keep these drives alive. Really has contributed this year to the Spartans making the leap to being the best team in the competition. So now fresh set of downs, and it's a red zone possession for the Spartans, looking to try and add another score. Webb sends this one towards Morrison. Back shoulder catch. Did that nicely. He has 4 touchdowns now. And the Spartans continue to tick the scoreboard along. It's now 33-8 awaiting the extra point. And Bennett now once again to attempt the extra point. Looks pretty good from here, and it is. And so another 7 points from a Spartans drive. Moving along quite nicely here, 34-8 the score. And I'm sure the Oilers will be a little bit more wary this time round to watch the chip shot. That one goes a lot further though. Got to hold up in the wind and sit nicely for Muntz. Now he looks to take the long trip back. Breaking through a couple, still fighting his way forward. And just before the 35-yard line. And a couple plays down on that one. And so Muntz being helped off first and foremost. Rather ginger as he comes off. Hopefully he's okay. And as for the Spartans, Jackman Evans is still down. And he's going to walk off on his own volition, which is good news as well. So hopefully both of those players return for their respective sides, both key parts. So two receivers either side now, and the Oilers will have their first offensive possession of the second half. Going to hand this one up the middle. Reece Smith fighting his way forward. Had a good day rushing. Been the real bright spark of that offense. Second and 7. Gridiron in motion. Snap was high. Tedmanson now forced to do some improv. Trying to back out of the sack. Is still surviving, and then eventually it all caught up to him. Only so long you can continue that for. And a massive loss. Going to make this very difficult for the Oilers. And a good pursuit there from Jake Lamming. Didn't give up on the play, especially when he initially missed. Still kept following after him and eventually got his reward. So from around the 20-yard line, they've got to get to midfield. Tedmanson once again forced to play improv. Trying to get outside Novice and does so. Still scrambling. Still keeping the play alive. Reece Smith with a nice block. And for what it was worth, that was a good gain. However, it's still going to be 4th down. And so the Oilers now forced to punt this one away. And Tedmanson sends this one high towards the sideline. Is it going to sit for Reddington? No, it will not. And a good punt there will pin the Spartans back as they resume once again on offense. First and 10 now for the Spartans. Once again, Webb under centre, going to hand this one off. Voller trying to sidestep his way through. Once again, the Oilers converge on him. A gain of a few there on first down. 2nd and 7. Webb drops back looking over the middle. Has his man and it's picked off. Went through his hands. And the Oilers are going to force a turnover. And so defensively, they might have provided the spark their offense needs to get them going again. And Tyler McVeigh with the pick. Now just outside the red zone. Oilers are going to get an opportunity to try to add their second touchdown. Trips off to the right-hand side. Lots of finger pointing and eventually flag throwing.
Prior to the snap, first start, 58 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, replay the down. Yeah,
So the Oilers certainly didn't need that penalty. 1st and 15. And the snap's way off to the side of Edmondson's put him under a lot of pressure. Did well, however, to get it out of the reach of Voller. He was quick to respond. Once again, could have been a lot worse for the Oilers. They still maintain possession. Just coming up to be 2nd down and very long to come. This time trips off to the left. They've got a long way to go here, the Oilers. Edmondson's going to be looking downfield as a result. Out the back, almost. Just too strong for his receiver. Not a full incomplete, but you imagine the Oilers are going to keep going for shots like that. Scoring incompletion. 3rd and long to come. They're going to be bringing the pressure on Edmondson. Forces to get it out again. He's got O'Connor out the back. He got a hand to it. Good coverage out there. Made him work for it, and that will fall incomplete as well. And so now 4th down and very, very long. And we'll wait to see what the Oilers do here. They can either choose to punt, or in this situation just have another go here on 4th down. If they do have an incompletion, however, it's going to give the Spartans the ball close to midfield. Probably don't want to do that.
Timeout to the Oilers. Their first timeout for the half.
And to think through the tough decision, they're going to call a timeout. 4 receivers off to the left-hand side. Fascinating formation for 4th down. Let's see what they got. Tedmanson under pressure in the pocket, just sends one deep. He's going to have as many receivers as he can. O'Connor's got it. Touchdown. They called the timeout for good reason. One heck of a play call. And the Oilers had their second touchdown of the contest. And O'Connor did well to hold on to that one and just sneak his way into the end zone. 34-14. The score now awaiting the 2-point conversion here from the Oilers. To receivers either side now, the 2-point conversion. They succeeded the first time round they did this. Hands it off to Smith. He's going to try to barge it up the middle. And they're in. And they add an extra 2 points. Gives the Oilers hope. (34-16) the score. We're back underway once more. And that kick is going to run out just before the end zone. So whilst Liam Bennett has been fortunate today, Tedmanson not so fortunate. Spartans to start in good field position here.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team, untouched out of bounds. That will be assessed as 30 yards in advance of the kick. First down.
Now the Spartans resume once more. An interception on their last drive. They're going to hand it off to Voller and he gets tripped up. Gain of 2 on the first rush by Voller. 2nd and 8, and Voller's going to rush again. And this time enough for the first down. Just careened his way through. And that will move the chains approaching midfield. And that will also bring up the end of the third quarter. Now we start the fourth quarter with the toss play to Voller on the right-hand side. And he once again works his way for the first down and still going. Taking shots and moving forwards. And another big gain, simply so difficult to take down. And that offensive line for the Spartans creates gap for it, so he can get some speed up and makes it even more difficult to take him down. Fresh set of downs now for the Spartans again. Webb's going to drop back. He's under pressure. Throws a looping pass. That intercepted almost. And a couple of flags thrown. Trent Hui came out of absolutely nowhere to almost pluck that one. I'm guessing because the pass fell short of its target, there's going to be a pass interference in one direction or the other.
Defensive pass interference, number 4, 15 yards, first down.
And so the pass interference will be on McVeigh, as Trent Hui is held from the field. A little shaken up after he came flying in to almost take that interception. Hopefully he's okay. So now another red zone possession for the Spartans. They'll be looking to put this one out of reach for good. Webb over the middle, intercepted. Tedmondson's got it, and now he's bolting down the sideline, eventually gets out. And another pick against Webb. The first one maybe not his fault, but that one telegraphed his man up the middle, and Tedmondson stepped into the gap to take it. And so the Oilers defense certainly hasn't given in this one. And now let's see what the offense can produce after last time converting on a 4th and very long.
He's in the center.
Two receivers either side, 1st and 10 now for the Oilers. Tedmondson drops back under pressure again. Sidearms this one. Gridiron and Reddington were both looking in the wrong direction. DeFrancesca came flying across. He almost got it. That'll be incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Following the completion, 2nd down. Bringing the pressure up the middle, and Smith nowhere to go. So loss of a few yards there on second down. Reece Smith ran into a wall. Now trips off to the right-hand side for third and long. Tedmondson gets a pocket to step up into this time. Sends a looping pass towards Hayes. Tight coverage. Almost picked off again by Di Francesca. And that one falls incomplete. So now fourth down. And from this field position, they're just going to punt it away. So Tedmondson now to pump this one away. Low snap. Tedmondson does well to take it in the end. Has plenty of time. Sends another good punt towards the sideline. It's been a conscious effort from the Oilers when they have punted away. Keep it away from the returners, because we know how dangerous Roonington has been this season. And it's working well. Tedmondson's executing well on the punts. Oilers stacking the line. First down and 10. And Voller gets another great gap to work with. Trying to find his way for the first down. He'll be close. Looks like he'll just be short. It's a 9-yard gain on first down. Spread set again, and David Webb's going to drop back under a lot of pressure. And the Oilers are going to get the sack. And good pressure up front. There were 3 or 4 Oilers that all could have gotten in on the action. And so that's going to essentially negate the rush on first down. Third and 7 now. They're going to hand it off again to Voller. Stiff up one. Needs to get to the outside and does. That's enough for the first down and completely trucks over Trent Huey. And still going. And the Spartans yet again moving the chains. Damien Voller having yet another great day. So from the 34, Webb now rolling out under a lot of pressure. That one falls incomplete. Second and 10. Webb once again looking downfield, taking his time, and once again the Oilers get to him. It's good coverage downfield from the Oilers to force Webb to hesitate. And the pass rush here in the fourth quarter starting to become more and more effective for the Oilers. There's 3.5 minutes left in this one. Be time for a few more drives. It's now 3rd and long. Going to toss this one to Bowler again. Has all the space in the world. Manages to fall his way forward. I reckon he got there. There is a flag down. And regardless of down or distance, handing it to Bowler always seems to be a good idea.
Illegal block in the back. 56 of the Spartans. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay the down.
And you can forget about that run. A block in the back is going to move that all the way back. So now 3rd down and very, very long to come now. One safety back for the Oilers.
Delay of game against the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
And the Spartans took too long. Mind you, adding another 5 yards onto the deficit they already have here. Not going to make too much of a difference. So the Spartans quickly up to the line. Going to toss it back to Bowler. He was looking down the field for the pass. He was hit as he threw, and Trent Huey yet again throwing himself at it.
Two minutes remain in the game.
And there's the 2-minute warning. And so the Oilers, you imagine, will either get the defensive stop here or return the punt. They'll have one more drive to see if they can add another score. And that'll be it for this one. And Webb now to punt it away. Snap is low. Going to roll to the feet of Webb. He did well in the end to recover, and that's a wonderful punt. And it's set up nicely too. And so it's going to pin the Oilers right back. It's now split backs for the Oilers, 2 receivers off to the left-hand side. And probably their last drive of the contest. Glassman in motion. Going to fake the handoff. Edmondson scrambling. Throws that one away. And flag thrown.
Offensive pass interference number 20. 15 yards assessed as half distance. Replay the down.
So after the offensive pass interference, move back a few yards, so they're just going to hand this one off to Smith. Runs it up the middle. And a good game. He's had a good game. Been valiant. It's a last minute motion. Second down and 9. High snap for Tedmanson. Forced to rein that one in and only just got the hands off to Smith. Spartans were quick to close that one down. And it looks as if that will be the end of this one. Port Adelaide remain undefeated for the 2017 season, with a comfortable 34-16 win.
He's going the distance. He's going for